I guess that worked out well, huh? There he is, that guy. He comes here every week trying to take off in his comedy career. I mean, some of his stuff is half decent at best, but otherwise, he's just making a fool of himself. Some people think it's hilarious, but I don't get it. Most of it's anecdotal humor with some awkward puns thrown in here and there. Being honest, I don't have anything against him, and I think they'd be good stories to tell to a group of friends at a house party. He clearly can keep people interested, but I just can't focus when he's on stage. Then again, the only reason I'm here is that my friends wanted me to, and I quote, find a sense of humor, which I for one believe is ridiculous. I love my friends and all, but just because I don't like one comedian that they like doesn't mean I don't have a sense of humor. The thing is, sometimes he says the same joke more than once and I don't know if he's trying to make a catchphrase or... Vicky, look, he's talking to people. One of the girls, Amanda, says, hopping out of her seat and dragging Vicky by the hand, cutting off Vicky's train of thought. Ooh, maybe we can ask how he comes up with his jokes. Jamie, the other girl, asks as they weave through booths at the small, dimly lit dive bar. Before Vicky can protest, they're at the side of the stage about to start a conversation. Excuse me, Jamie starts. He turns towards them as they grab his attention. Oh, yes? He asks, turning his body all the way. Yes. Hi Lucas, I'm Amanda, and these are my friends Vicky and Jamie. Actually, Vicky gets cut off as Jamie introduces herself with a smile. Lucas smiles at them before he goes to say something else, but Vicky can tell that they don't hear as they practically swoon over his smile. We've been fans for a while now, Amanda says, pushing her shorter red hair back and completely ignoring anything he just said. Thanks. That's really nice of you, Lucas says, rubbing the back of his neck with a shy smile. He glances up at Vicky for a moment, then draws his attention back to Jamie and Amanda as they continue talking. So, where do you go to college? Jamie asks, although she most definitely knows he goes to their college as she's, on multiple occasions, looked him up in the school's club's rosters. Oh, I go to UVA, where do you guys go? Huh. That's a funny coincidence, we go there too, Amanda says with exaggerated enthusiasm. Oh, cool, maybe we could hang out sometime, he says with a surprisingly genuine smile. Definitely. Are you free on Wednesday afternoon? Jamie asks with a smile still plastered on her face. I'll have to get back to you on that actually, he says, looking down at his feet once again, a piece of his dirty blonde, loose pompadour hair falling in his face. Vicky feels a tinge as he blows the hair back into place with an awkward smile. Well, we could exchange numbers, then we'd be able to talk to each other later, Amanda suggests, giving a warming smile. Oh, why yeah, I suppose that would work. He pulls his phone out and hands it to Amanda. She takes it, puts in her number, then Jamie's, then Vicky's. She smiles at him, then hands it back. He tucks it in his pocket, then looks back up to them. So, thanks for coming and everything, hopefully, we'll get to hang out later. Yep, hopefully, Jamie answers him before turning around, her long black hair flowing with her. They give waves and such, then go to leave. As they get to the door, Vicky turns around, making eye contact across the room while holding the door open. Lucas gives a small wave, then heads to the back of the stage. Vicky gets pulled out the door by Jamie, then they all head to Amanda's car, which is parked close to the entrance. The next few days go by in a blur for the most part. Between classes and clubs there normally isn't much free time for any of them. The three of them are sitting outside at a table, studying for a test in the upcoming week. As if they needed any more distractions, all three of their phones go off at the same time. They immediately look up to each other then to the phones. Jamie picks hers up and reads the group text that's been sent. Just wanted to let you guys know I'm free tomorrow afternoon if you're still up for hanging out. Oh, this is Lucas by the way. Yes, Amanda says with a small fist pump into the air. Vicky gives her a look, causing her to give an embarrassed smile, then look down to her phone once again. Vicky takes one glance at it, then closes the messages. Jamie and Amanda start talking and slowly packing up their things. You guys can go, I'm fine by myself, Vicky says. They both grab their things then head off with a smile then a wave. Vicky turns on the phone, looking at the message one more time, trying to ignore the slight blush that's rising. The next day the three of them are walking through campus, looking for Lucas. Jamie checks the time once more before tucking her phone in her pocket. This is where we were supposed to meet, right? Yeah. He's probably just running a little late, Vicky says, ignoring the small disappointing feeling that's residing between the three of them, even Vicky. You know, I'm kinda surprised you came, to be honest, Amanda says, turning to as they stop walking. Why? We were all invited, Vicky answers a little too fast with a bit too much concern. I know. Just you always complain about something when we even mention him. Jamie nods in agreement. Just as Vicky's about to object to the accusations, Lucas jogs up to them. Hey, sorry about that, it took longer for me to get here than I thought. Nope, you're fine, Jamie says, starting to walk forward once again. The rest of the group follows behind, Lucas falling into step with Vicky. So, where are we headed? Vicky asks Amanda as they continue on the brick path leading off campus. There's a small cafe a little ways from here. It's off campus so it's usually not very busy, Jamie says, all of them falling into step together. If you take the shortcut it's only about 5 minutes away, which can usually be shorter compared to the cafe we have here. Amanda looks over to Vicky who's staring at the ground. I think we all know that struggle, Lucas says with a small smile. So, Lucas, what made you want to hang out with us nerds? Vicky asks with a small smile. Oh, I don't think you guys are nerds, but I don't really hang out with anybody specifically. I have a couple of friends here and there, but that's about it, he says, looking between the three of them. I'm surprised, Vicky says, catching everybody's attention. Well, you seem to have quite a few fans. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate my fans and all, but I usually don't get along with all of them too well. Me on stage and off stage are two different people. He finishes as they get to the small cafe. They walk around the building from where they entered through the path in the back. How do you mean? Amanda asks, Vicky, walking ahead to get the door for the group. Well, when I'm up there I'm trying to get people's attention and trying to make them laugh. When I'm off stage I'm usually trying to stay out of the way of attention. They all take a seat at one of the tables, Vicky and Lucas on one side with Amanda and Jamie on the other. Yeah, I could kinda tell when we first talked to you, Jamie says. Also, I'm kinda surprised you just, took our numbers right away, Amanda says, indirectly asking why. You guys seemed really nice, he says with a smile, and I've been known to be a bit too trusting towards people at times. Jamie and Amanda laugh a bit then continue on with the conversation. Within a few moments, a waitress comes around to get their orders. Vicky goes first, along with ordering Jamie and Amanda's for them. Lucas goes after, then she walks away from their table. So, how long have you guys known each other? He asks them. Jamie and I met in middle school, then Vicky joined our little group in high school, Amanda answers, picking at the napkin in front of her. That's cool that you guys have known each other for this long, and that you go to the same school, he says, smiling at them all. Yeah, we were all really lucky that we got put together, Vicky says, smiling at the girls. Thanks, they both say. The drinks come to the table, getting handed to them. Vicky takes Lucas to hand to him, but instead, he hits Vicky's hand, causing the drink to almost spill. He catches it before it can, but then his hand bumps Vicky's leg as well. Sorry, he says, giving a worried, awkward look. Oh, no, it's fine, it's all good, Vicky responds, being just as awkward. Amanda watches as Lucas puts his drink down with a slight blush while Vicky makes a point of not looking over to him. She glances over at Jamie, smiling at her. Jamie quickly smiles back, then they return to the conversation as though nothing happened. They continue with their afternoon, sitting together at the cafe, drinking their coffees. Over the next month and a half, every Wednesday they go out to the cafe and order drinks. They hang out outside the cafe, but they make sure to keep their tradition. Over spring break, Jamie and Amanda head home, leaving Lucas and Vicky alone for the week's trip. They walk in and sit down like any other day. They order the same drinks and chat about classes and other things. Their conversation starts to drift to personal life as it continues. Over the while they've all been friends, quite a few things have happened, so here's plenty to talk about concerning that topic. So, how do you feel about Jamie's new boyfriend? Vicky asks, taking a sip of coffee. I don't know. I've only talked to him like twice, he answers. Yeah, me too. I don't know about him though. Vicky takes another sip, then laughs. What? Vicky looks up to him, then back down at the drink. Okay. Don't tell them I said anything. But when we first met you, they both had huge crushes on you, Vicky says, smiling. Oh, that explains a lot. I mean, I had my assumptions, but I didn't know for sure, he says with a smile. Yeah. I'm kinda surprised they haven't said anything yet, but I guess it doesn't matter now that Jamie's taken. Vicky emphasizes the last part ironically, causing Lucas to let out a laugh. I mean, I get why they haven't, he says, looking up to Vicky. Really? I mean, I understand now that we're all friends it might be kinda awkward, and I mean we both know you're awkward enough. Vicky? He interrupts. Yeah, Vicky asks, a bit of concern, and he usually waits for everybody else to stop talking. Well, he stutters. Yes, well, I actually, mighta sorta kinda have a small, I don't know, crush on you, he says. Vicky's mouth drops open slightly. Wait, what? Do they know that? Yeah, that's why they haven't been asking me about stuff like that, ya know? Vicky looks down at the now empty drink. So, do you have an opinion maybe? Or like, oh, yeah, I might have a little crush on you too, Vicky says with a small smile. We should probably talk about this, huh? Lucas says, putting cash on the table. Yeah, probably, Vicky says, scooting out the chair and standing up. They head out without saying anything. As they walk down the path leading back to the school, Lucas slips his hand into Vicky's. They both give small awkward smiles, then continue walking. So, how does this work? Are we like, together now, or do you want to? Vicky asks. I mean, if you want to then yes, definitely, Lucas says with a smile. Yeah, no, most couples kiss and stuff, Vicky says with a sly smile. Lucas smiles, then wraps his arms around Vicky's waist. Like this? Yeah, but with the kissing. Lucas smiles, then gently presses their lips together in a sweet, yet short kiss. Vicky pulls away with a smile. Lucas unwraps himself, then grabs Vicky's hand once again. So, he starts, now that we're dating and all that jazz, do you want to tell me what your actual name is? I mean, I assume the story behind Vicky is great and all. Oh, it is, but now's not the time, Vicky says with a smile. My actual name is Victor. Don't know how I ended up with a girl's name, but it stuck, and I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. Lucas smiles over at him lovingly with an underlying smirk. Now that I told you something I'm a bit embarrassed of, Victor starts, I still think your jokes on stage kinda suck. Lucas gives him a look before Victor breaks out laughing. Wow, rude much? Lucas says over his laughter. It's not like I didn't know this embarrassing thing, anyway, so really there was no use for that, excuse me. He stresses certain parts, making Victor laugh even harder. Victor's laughter fades into a wide grin as they walk on, exchanging more stories, more laughs, and many, many more kisses.